things I have to live up to, I swear. Nice of you all come every week. It's nice to have a proving ground for the stuff that I'm doing right now. It's soon to be, I keep saying, it's soon to be in book form, sometime in the new year. Through my own little company I'm starting, so. And I write about a lot of things that deal with what I call, to be technical, conceptual realities. Realities that we wake up to and go to sleep with and never leave us. They are what we make them, man-made realities that personify themselves in feelings in depth and sometimes out of our depth. This first piece is a new piece I did last week. It's not really a love poem so much as it's a poem about the technicalities of love and the spiritual human essence we give to it. Sometimes in physical form, sometimes it's just us. We never know. This is called Still Life. I look at gods in my shadows and feel the edge of creation dance on my brow, seeming to be the windows of distant reflections, onwards towards red, yellow horizons where my face is turned to. I'm left alone, a gentle alone, a recluse in some other's house, alone, even amongst people who give me their offbeat strength, still alone. If on the power of wishes I lived, I predicted days to come for the false friends' endings, resurrections in the faces of trees green with pride, and such passers-by lost in envy, my, how the times drape their cloth of retro longing for simpler days. If on the power of dreams tangible I could bear the weight of all my temporary friends, I would be amazing. While I built paths of sand that drifted, I turned these paths into gardens from the ashes of defeated men. I will write of voices in my head, freeing me from domestic challenge, and people who stand by me do not comprehend the signs, the warnings. I can hold the birth of men in a glass while sinking into some passive oblivion. I press my hand in the sand on the wet shore to claim and take with it into time, meaning to all before me. I walk alone in human regret, regret born out of longing but not always needed. If I asked to touch your hand and say goodbye, will you hang our names in a tall, bright tree so all may see and listen for the sunrise prayer, breaking the walls of human bondage? Just to make a point about the loss of feeling I had for you, you whose face is carved in my mind's eye by passing days' silent calling. On the wings of desire I shall write of empty hearts too many to count, as a bottle thrown to sea. I am the brother to the ocean and space, acting out my cries of embrace. To provoke the wisdom of ancient fathers as I sleep again, the nights turning into days, ascending with the afterthoughts, the ghostly images of happier lives that were once stories and real, and not memories denied. Not fingers gripping sand and weeds, not eyes pleading for the look of lovers' smiles now so far away. As with the curtains falling from the shell of an old house, freeing my temptation to stay, but I am of the earth, the son of mystic flowers, picked one by some unseen hand. The power of this bouquet is enticing. The water's edge frames my body, taking the moment, framing the ever-expanding soul of souls. I can fly circles through squares now, and dine on the light of moons. I will be the remains of a chain of events and being and feeling. I was at first unawares, but now unimpressed, lost, a still life, alone, a form of loneliness still, until it too passes with my blessing. Thank you. This is one I wrote some time back. Deals what I call spiritual suicide, which we engage in quite a bit in our society these days. This is called The Crash of the Wild Heart. God pressed in my hand a flower in my sleep last night. Next, I'm looking in the classifieds for a miracle cure to the loss of faith. While at the home, the little woman drapes herself in black and looks in mirrors all day. Such relentless nobodies, characters in a play about perceptions, casualties of love. And I must be the reasonable one. Why is that? On down roads of ambition, written in catalogs and Shaman's library, I find the underlying meanings to life. I know this because the old black lady in a town bus yesterday came over to where I was sitting and said, "Bless you, child," and gave me a kiss, too. So here it is under phonics, the answer to all my problems. But when I turn the pages, the words fade away, except the last page, which said, "Don't quit your day job." I'm in pain from withdrawal, and now this. I wonder aloud, can I detoxify the insanity in the population and save it from manic obsessive shakes and compass? And why doesn't the operator on the phone know what I'm talking about? I told her it's the junk, bitch. It's the flames of defeat. It's to life. So I stay home, wiping my face in a towel hanging in the air. The TV has some program on about orgasmic food, but there's no color. I got to scream. Oh, what a day. What a day. While lights bounce off dark stained walls and people pass by 2 floors below my window, I begin to think. Bad prophets, ghost-like doctors of mystical persuasion. I called Dr. God on a green phone at 9 p.m. and he just laughed and said, calm down, calm down. It's the red and blues pills and the 2 shots of Lipido's working. Call me in the morning if you can. It's dangerous, I tell you, to try and lay back, write songs and words of human neglect and top it off with some hypocritical bullshit sermon on the mount. But that's my job. I'm too good, so says Rosalie, barmaid at the corner lounge. She likes my impassioned pleas. Loves me like a rock. I wrote that in some dust-inspired buzz one night. Wrote across my ass and charged the world $1 to see me write and proper. I'm a shameless, egocentric adult delinquent of constant impulse. Rosalie, she says my impulses are the death of me over and over. So I continue my crusades down fine-trimmed avenues of middle-ground illusions. Well, that's what it is, illusions. But I see through those windows like glass. And I fly into the lives of young and old. I fly and land onto the bedroom eyes of longtime companions looking for a way out. I died alone last night. Down on the street, the old bums wrote an orange paint on the courthouse walls. Life is a lie. And pissed all over the lobby doors until the guards chased them away. But I died alone last night. A run-down 20th century example of hole-in-the-wall hotel with socially diseased graces. On a hot summer night of no wind. Traffic moving in a madness fashion. Drunken old men yell at the faded whores who blow kisses into the air to see where they stick. So funny. So funny. And the walls covered in booze-stained patterns, pretty smiles. They ripped off in jagged paper pieces and fell down out of that creaky old bed in my pale lifeless hand. Yeah, God pressed a flower in my hand last night, and today, my life's now a cheap movie, $2 up the street. Come on and come on, see for yourself. Remains of human neglect, not a pretty picture. Poor Rosalie, she cries over the remains of a wasted horse. It's a criminal offense against the ones you love. Well, I parted company with old Earl just last night. He told me to sing about how my body rejected love and affection. How come everybody knows where I'm going except me? But I'll be back. No noisy ambulance ride, plastic-coated body bag wardrobe to stop me. Oh yeah, I get off right here. It's the 7:15 cross town. It's my bus, my last stop, they tell me. Maybe not. Well, the wind's picking up again. It sounds like me in reverse. My arm's bleeding again. It's red, and then blue, then green, and now it stops. The vacuum of sounds, it's deafening, it's frightening. It's like a strange hand rubs your arm in a dark room. Light and sound, action, and the cracked mirror repairs itself. Well, I'm back. I'm still in cheap movies, such bullshit. Oh man, I did it again, didn't I? Speedball high, the strung out, death-like out of control, the spinning, nearly madness. Fertility, I thought. No, just madness. The juice is wearing off, and I lay back on the wet sheets looking up at the ceiling. It has cracks. They don't look back anymore. And in my hand is a flower that God gave me in my sleep last night. Thank you. This, on the other hand, is a love poem. It's called A Broken Man's Last Wish. The flame that never dies, the flame that never says goodbye, to touch the hearts of lovers that won't forget. Oh, saving grace, you blessing near to my eyes and ears, give me light on darkest morn. I've lived so long without you here, ragged ambition has been my guide, to channel all temptation to other days and lonely nights yet to come. All this so bravely have I faced. In spite of dreams that didn't come true, I went away never looking back at you. Could it be my tears on your hands? Could it be soft light that frames your face as I leave in the shadows of future past? Making things right, starting some place over, everything over from someplace else, and unknown lives as lovers often do. Out of windows, parting the smoke that freezes blue in midair, and writing out your denials for all I know. By that sea of lonely hearts that I patrol each night without making a mockery of my legions. These are times of human needs, if only you could know. Could you see me in your faded old photos? Can you remember me from no more than 3 days of bliss years past? As I reach for the lights to turn off the day, I lay back in a bed of sentimental calling, knowing in some other part of the world you feel this too. My smile and warmth of flying in endless circles until the time they find you, to tell you come home, come back to me, that for the life that was meant to be. Ah, my dreamer, I stand and waiting. My dreamer, sing your name with open line, my other half. Come home where you belong. Come save this broken man. Thank you. Pass the message to the back. Keep the noise down, please.
Hey, shut up back there.
Turn off that light. And I'm being polite. This is called Get Me Back, Jack. On the waves of midnight riders that carried the answers to someone's prayer, and in the shadow of angels sent out as memories that men will dare. And the carnival queens and the festival kings carry drinking song about a man who comes when asked and finds solutions to things gone wrong. For this man lived next door to me. He looked and loved with honesty. Pain gripped him in his human disguise, but he forgot his mission till I realized he was me. With his too many babies in this house for one man, there's not enough loving for what I got planned. So I hit the street and I'm blowing my own horn for the next time I'm in love with the last page that's torn from my heart. So all that dancing and fighting from sunrise to dawn makes a man tired of living, makes a man empty and drawn. But the red ladies don't care, sing the blues with a kiss. Hell to pay, they'd say, yelling out, get back, Jack, we're coming down on that empty heart with a touch of bliss. Jack, they said, skip town, never one to commit to the party or parties that made him fit into a world gone mad in his honor. So out on the rooftops, the screaming was happy and carefree. Jack played his skin music on the stars of mystic virginal sensuality. Said the lady named Dee, hold him down, give him a prize. He made my day, why my nighttime too. Jack just smiled as he replies, don't do me no favors, my sweet. I'm out of reach to love's retreat. Oh, that Jack, too cool to be a fool, said he. I'm just a spirit of the arts, too real to conceal that I am the true king of hearts. And Jack danced with a rhythm made from love, and then he jumped to the last beat, and everyone sang and clapped as the master's song did retreat. With tears left behind and so many broken hearts, our man Jack flew off into the oceans of night, leaving a touch of lonely men intact in the souls of brothers in need. Jackie smiled from skies of desire, the desire of pleasures and life never known. Then on to the dance hall sisters who feel the power of old Jack's name and tone, said he. I am the rave of the heart. To face the perils of understanding, I am your man to caress your vaunt, to claim my wish when I'm demanding that you be more than what you became. Can't you see? I have felt you at yourself saying best. Let us be somebody together. Rise, my friend, and dance two-step beat of those more mature and wiser kinds of men who never retreat from the world and from the word, and the crazy girls sing. Get back, Jack, don't come around no more. Get back, Jack, to the road that you will call home. When we need you, man, we'll sing it in a poem. Come back, Jack. Don't let my heart break again. Come back, Jack. Show me how to defend the start of something good. Last one is a social poem of sorts, being it's near the election and all. It's called Language, called Freedom. Repressed by the man who calls himself a friend, pointing out all my mistakes about the want, needs, and care of others, but stamps me in the back for all to see. Share the dream, share your bread. Places himself there for me, no guilty party, you see, no penalty for his intentions. On the stiff who lives on air, who benefits from nothing but other men's leftover emotions, empty of gladness of humility. And this is the kindness of strangers. I'd rather die a dead man's tale, left alone in my name. I'm calling up the people who lost support. They walk down streets of almost passion. No traction in the rain of cast-off coats given to the poor from rich bastard sons and lovers. I'm free, I'm setting where the sun, the eyes have it. The real truth, the soothsayers will kneel at my worn-out shoes and think me perfect for their charity. To eliminate their burden, they help. With tongue-in-cheek humor, I'm disgusted. Fuck the classes, the well-off masses, and fight their heavenly smiles. I'm protecting myself from the purity of their self-righteous pity. Fuck the demonic rich fat cat executive, I'll not excuse them. I'll not kiss their rings or ass. And then, only then, will equality prevail and we stand as brother to brother. Only then will the air bathe the skin of all who are simply and inexcusably free. I'm sending this message to you. Mr. Credit due, where it's due. I'm breaking your money market hyperbole, your corporate house rules. That means nothing to me. The ones who you crush. You are nothing but flesh in the boar's flesh. Bone in the most fragile bone. Look around you, Mr. Society. I am your mirror. Unbreakable glass. No stones you throw can hurt me. I'm in your heart now. I'm what's left when you tear away the soul. And for that I must persevere. New life. A new start. Another refrain from the poverty of the American dream. Hear me now and forever, you who are the poison that touched my blood. I've drained you from my world and now I am freedom. Raw, untainted, bringing my answers to the human problem on the sidewalks and walls of the misbegotten. Though ruin is my gain, it will make us free. At last. Thanks.